Hi there, welcome to the ClearSkinEssentials.com. I'm Natasha St. Michael, and here at the Clear Skin Essentials, we're always talking about how to clear up breakouts and adult acne naturally through diet and skincare. And today I want to talk about foods that trigger breakouts that you're addicted to. Let's talk about those certain foods that you know are just like terrible for your skin, but you're just having the hardest time either stopping to eat it or like just impossible to cut it out of your diet. So last week I posted a video about dairy products and 3 steps on how to eliminate dairy products from your diet for clear skin. And many of you wrote me emails or left comments about how you know that dairy is like terrible for your skin, but you just can't cut it out of your diet. You know, either it's like the milk in your coffee that you just cannot cut out, or it might be an addiction to cheese, or there's something about dairy that is like impossible for you to just stop eating. You know, as much as you know it's messing up your skin, it's like just something in your brain, in your heart, in your spirit that just can't let go of it. And I get it. When I was reading your comments, it reminds me of myself. I've struggled with many different food addictions over the years. And I talk more about those struggles and my little food addictions in today's blog post that goes with this video. So I'll put a link to that below. But I myself have gone through that very same struggle. And I would say in recent years, my biggest struggle has always been coffee. It's something that is absolutely terrible for my skin. It's the one thing that gives me awful breakouts. It dehydrates my skin. It ages my skin. It's like, it's pretty much immediate that like my whole complexion changes when I drink it. And I can go years without drinking it. But the moment I have a coffee, I'm like back on, and I'm like back on like full force. And then I struggle to get off of it. And it's just like for many years, I'm like back and forth. And what I've seen being a health coach and also just being someone that has struggled with acne and breakouts and various food addictions is that a lot of times it's those very particular foods that you're most attached to, that you're most addicted to, that are causing you the most problems. And I want to talk about that because I think if you understand that addiction and why you're so attached to that food, it might be actually easier to let go of. Okay, so the one thing that I have seen, as most of you know, I'm a health coach. I've been working as a health coach for about a decade now. And in recent years, I've been specializing more with helping women specifically with clearing up adult acne and breakouts with their diet and skincare. But in previous years, I was doing a lot of coaching, helping people lose weight, balance hormones, and also just reverse like chronic health conditions through their diet. And the thing that I always see coming up, okay, and this is probably every single coaching session with every single client I've ever had, is that at some point in the conversation, and it's usually towards the end of the conversation, that they're like, oh, Natasha, one question. Do you think it's all right for me to still have such and such food? Okay, and usually it's like a very random but very like particular food. It could be anything from like peanut butter to like the milk in the coffee, but it's very specific. And it's usually the food that they are most attached to or most addicted to. And it's always the food that's causing the biggest problem, okay? And this is just something I have seen for so many years. And it's always amazing to me, you know, that it's like right when they say it, and it's guaranteed that someone's gonna say this to me. And once I say, no, you cannot have that, then usually at our next coaching session, or they email me and they say, you know what, it was really difficult to stop eating this one food, but I think that's what's causing my problem. And it always is. You know, and the reason why is because there's certain foods that if you, let's say, have a health condition that is connected to something in your diet, usually that food is something you are either allergic to, something that is perhaps difficult to digest, something that might be throwing your immune system off, something that is throwing your body off balance, and it's hurting your body in one way or another. And what happens is that when anything kind of invades our body, okay, including consuming a food that we put into our body that's hurting us, Our body's natural response is to protect your body and repair your body, heal your body, and balance your body. And one of those things that your body always does whenever something foreign that's bad comes into your body is that your body will release endorphins as it's trying to kind of stabilize and heal you. And those endorphins is like a natural painkiller. Okay, it's kind of like natural, like morphine. And you're not actually addicted to the food, you're addicted to that natural painkiller that your body is releasing. Okay, and so the reason why there's one particular food that you are addicted to or very attached to or that you cannot like live without is because every time you consume that food, even though it's not good for your body makes you feel kind of high. It makes you feel really good because your body's trying to heal and balance out and protect you from that food that's hurting you. But you don't actually feel it hurting you. You feel that painkiller that your body just gave you like a big dose of. And that's what you're addicted to. You know, we all want to feel good. And if there's foods that even though they're hurting us and we don't feel it that they're hurting us, those foods are making your body give you a natural painkiller. So it's like a drug, you know, and we're addicted to that drug. And that's very interesting. And that's why you're so attached to those foods. And once you start seeing that, like now that I'm telling you this, I want you to think about what are those foods that you have the hardest time giving up. You know, and they might be really weird things like peanut butter or like your hummus or, you know, the milk in your coffee or the coffee drink itself, you know, or it might be soda, like, or it might even be like artificial sweeteners, like weird things that you're just like, why can't I give this up? It's such a weird attachment, but it's because there's something in it that isn't working with your body. Okay, it might work with someone else's body, but it's not working with yours, and your body goes into this sort of reaction mode to it and releases these like natural morphine-like, drug-like painkillers in your body that make you high and happy and you're addicted to. So think about that. What are the foods that you're most attached to? Those foods are usually the things that are causing your skin problems. I guarantee it, okay? And now you're watching this and you're like, okay, well, this is all fine and dandy, but like, what do? I still can't get over this addiction, right? Well, my recommendation is that if something is making you feel really good and you're like addicted to that high, it's gonna be really hard to stop having it at a time in your life when everything else is bringing you down. You know, so I know this based on my previous kind of challenges and struggles with many different food addictions, is that it's really hard to stop having something when everything else in my life kind of sucks, or everything else in my life right now is stressful. I don't want to put on more stress, right? So you need to find a time in your life where everything's really, really good. Everything is bringing you up. You feel great about life. You're really excited about life. That you have that extra energy. You have that optimism and just that extra zest inside you. That you don't need more of a high. You know, so it's easier to let go of those food addictions. You know, I can give an example for myself. Many years ago, I was addicted to smoking. I was a heavy smoker for 15 years, very heavy smoker. And I struggled probably during those whole 15 years to quit. And it was always like, quit, no, quit, back and forth. And it was awful. And I realized that I couldn't quit at those times where I was like super stressed and pressured, like, and all of that. It was too hard. It was like walking through cement. But I finally was able to quit when I was at a point in my life where I was super excited and happy about everything that was going on in my life, that I didn't need something dragging me down. I didn't need the high from the cigarettes. I was already high off life. And I found the more activities I did in my life, in my daily life, of bringing me up and boosting my energy and my confidence and my excitement about being alive, the less I needed those things that were dragging me down. So that might be that, like, you might need to wait for a time in your life where you're a little less stressed. And you also, during that time, might need to be doing extra things that really give you a boost. you know, like exercising or getting outside or spending more time with people that make you feel good, or doing activities or hobbies that relax you, that really just bring you into that zone where you're just excited, or reading motivational or inspirational books, or watching movies that really like just are amazing, that make you feel good. The more feel-good stuff you have, the less you need feel-good stuff from the outside, right? So that's something to think about. You know, what are the foods that you're addicted to and attached to that are probably giving you breakouts, and how to create a life that can support you to be able to need those things less and start doing more of those things that just naturally give you a boost, that you don't have to, you know, be feeding your food addiction that's that's hurting you, but actually be doing more things that make you feel good and build you up and make you super strong, that you can just walk away from that food addiction or that attachment, and not it being a struggle, not being like, you know, the hardest thing on earth, because it's possible. All right, so that is my tip for you today. And if you have struggled or overcome food addictions, please let us know, and let us know what you've done to kind of get to the other side. And also too, I'm going to put the link below to my blog article, because it talks a little bit too about my little food addictions I had over the years and where I'm at now with that. All right, so if you like this video, please like it, please subscribe, and also make sure too, if you're struggling with breakouts or acne, do take my free email course. I'll put a link to that as well. See you again soon. Bye.